What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. We are down here on Kentucky Lake. We're gonna break this lake down and make it easier for you to catch a limit of crappie in the middle of the summer before you get done drinking your coffee, all right? I've already been out this morning. I've already found and done everything I'm about to show you right here in this video. I'm out of coffee, so I'm out of time. I'm heading to the ramp. You wanna find out how to catch those limits? Stick right here. Hit that subscribe button, like this video. Let's go fishing. I'm gonna concentrate on 9 to 12 foot of water. That's where they should be. Even in muddy water, even in clear water, 9 to 12 feet, you should be able to find all kinds of fish to put a limit together, to have a great time with a family, and to be able to put them in the boat. All right, guys, here we are. That is Paris Landing right in there. All right, we got Big Sandy all down through here. We got Big Sandy. I don't know what the name of that one there is. Been in it a few times. It's got fish. That one's right on the state line. I think it's Cypress or something to that effect. That one right there may be Panther. All right, let's just go into Panther for instance. Here we are coming in from the river channel. Now, where do you go? What do you do after you get there? Look at these contours. Where they're steep down through here, and that point right there where that it's a gradual slope coming in, we're gonna go there. We're gonna look for stake beds. We're gonna look for stake beds right here. We're even going back here. That little point right there, we're gonna look for stake beds all around it. So we're a bunch of what looks like carp burr. One coming up out of the pile. Got one coming in the boot. Nice fish too. Oh, good fish. That's a good way to start. I'm hitting a little spot lock right there real quick. Ow! Let's get this party started, guys. Kentucky Lake, baby. Okay. I like this stuff. This could be quick work right here. Very quick work. That's 2 out of that pile. I've got a prototype bass rod this morning from Ozark, and I'm out here casting this little bitty jig at these brush piles to see how that it casts. And I have to tell you, I'm pretty impressed with how good it slings that little jig head. I'm using an 1/8 ounce, and I'm just pitching out to the stake bed and then just running it over the top of it kind of slow. That one followed me all the way through the stake bed. As soon as I get off that stake bed, I will start burning it back to the boat. I don't want to pull those fish off that stake bed. If I pull them off that stake bed, party's over. They'll end up getting aggravated or spooked or something and then not hitting again. You can see a lot of good marks in there. Oh, I just missed one. He hit me. Here he comes again. Comes again. Let's get off that stake bed. We want him to go back to the stake bed and not separate out into open water out here. We want to leave them sitting there in their little home where they want to be without dragging them off and separating them. Because then they're like a covey quail. They ain't really going to do much until they covey back up. Eat it. Eat it. Eat it. He ain't gonna eat it. Got a little Frankenstein reel going on this morning, guys. That's why that you hear it all clanking. I had broke a reel and I had to piece 2 together to keep from having to retie my line, and I was being lazy and wanting to get out here and start fishing. So that's how that came about. So I did turn my gain up so that I could see my jig a little bit better, so I could see the fish a little bit better. Oh, there's one. All the 11-inch fish you could ever care to catch right here. I ain't even marked this brush pile. I have 0 waypoints on Kentucky Lake on my graphs right now. Pow. That's fish number 3 out of this stake bed. Let's see if we can't catch us another one. Now the first 2 were both a lot bigger than that one. That one was about 13 inches, very first fish I caught. He's back there in the live well now. Drop her down there real slow. and just try to float right over the top of that stake bed. Oh, he missed it. I missed him. Something happened, we didn't connect. Not cool. Oh, I got a piece of his lip there on my hook. Get that off there. Oh, but dang, I ain't got a piece of another one's lip there on my hook. There's two pieces on my hook. That's one thing y'all hear me preach is clean your hook off, and I sure didn't do it. Listen to what I say, not what I do, I guess. Alright, let's float over top of it again and see if we can possibly get one of them to come back and hit again. I can't find my jig. I'm down in it too deep. Got one with me, and now I'm gonna burn out there. After they get a couple feet away from that stake bed, you really need to get out of there. It's just like chasing a school of black crappie. Once they split, if he ain't hit, you need to get out of there or you're gonna mess the whole school up. Oh man, there's a bunch right there. I mean, a bunch of them. Looks like there's a whole bunch of smaller ones there in the front. There's a bigger one or two right there. Come on, baby. Oh, that was a stud. Oh, I just missed a absolute stud of a fish. You can see a bunch of smaller ones there congregated towards the front, right there. And one bigger one was on back in there, and I actually dropped down in the top of the stake bed just a little bit to try to get my bait to bounce off of those stakes. Shoo-wee! Messed up and got a little bit close. Man, that thing is smooth. You ain't gonna understand until you try it for yourself. That is extremely smooth. Eat it or don't, Bubba, I got to go. Man, that one was a giant that grabbed me here a minute ago. Try over to the right just a little bit. Two chasing me. We don't want neither one of them. This stake bed is actually pretty big. It is very big. 20 foot wide probably. 8-10 inches deep. Or 8 or 10 foot deep. And it's holding some fish. We're in 9.5 foot of water. Water temp is 83 degrees. 83. And we're in 9 foot of water. Catching fish. I don't want you. Where did them biggins go? Oh, right there's one of them. 26 is sitting over by itself. See if I can get in there to him. Might have missed a little bit to the right. I did. So I'm trying to pull my rod to the left to get my bait over there closer to him. See what happens. I don't know if I got close enough or not. Got a little one chasing me that I don't want. There he is. Sit still, Bubba. I'm gonna find you in a second. Eyes are gonna meet. We're gonna fall in love. You're gonna come up here. I'm gonna Jimmy Houston kiss you. Not really. Oh, I thought he was gonna nail me. He did. Oh boy, I think we got us a good. Oh, we do got us a good one. We do got us a good one. Yes, sir. We got us a good one. Spot like that. 83 degrees, and they're eating that bait like that. That is a 1/8 ounce jig head, 1/8 ounce chartreuse jig head, margarita small fry, 12-inch crappie, prototype rod, Gamma 6-pound line casting. I like it. I like that smaller line when I'm casting, so I went to a Gamma 6-pound mono. Let's see what else this Christmas tree's got under it. Go away a little bit. Just had a little one come up. We don't want him. We want one of them bigger ones. Here we go. Come on. Oh, you sorry dog, you. I'm still thinking about it. Can't do it. Can't do it. I drug him a lot further out of that pile than what I wanted to. Small guy. Little guy. Bubba, your eye's bigger than your mouth. Go back home and quit playing. Big old wad of bait fish coming over the top of this. Couldn't find my jig, and I ended up getting my jig up way too high. Right there, 22 foot out, 9 foot deep. That's the fish we want. Might be a couple of them in there. See that, or there's another stick going through there, and it's giving me a hard return because it's touching the other sticks. Little guy after me. Comes a decent one out of the pile. I'm scared to get down in it. I don't want to have to break off and retie here. I mean, I guess I will. Scared money don't make no money, right? I'm probably going to go on to the next one. All right. Next, let's go find us another brush pile here, guys. All right, I am looking 90 feet out on my live scope. This brush pile just came into view. It's in at 60 foot, 45 to 60, so it's 15 foot deep. Sun's right in my eyes where I can't half see. See if we can't drop a bomb in there on them. I had one come up and chase. Now he gone. Now he gone. Gone home. Said no. Slowly bringing it across the top. See what happens. Can't see my jig, so I'm just feeling for the bite. I had two follow me out. Nobody take advantage. It looks like there might be some good fish in there. I just seen some come out the front side of it that looked like real good fish. I'll zoom in just a little bit while that thing's sinking. I like being at 50 because then I can get my grids to 2 foots. It helps me size the fish up a little bit better. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come here, baby doll. Put on a show for me. There's a black crappie. Oh man, you got that on my glasses. Not cool, party foul. Black crappie, he going back. He's a little bit small. He might have been 10 inches, but I ain't had to measure none of the rest of them, so I don't care nothing about measuring any of them. Got me casting right in that sun.
think a fella would figure out how to set a boat up a little bit better on a stake bed. If I turn it around, you won't be able to see what's going on with the camera. The sun's gonna black out my lens. Little one coming out. He said no to it. Oh. Calm down. Alright, throw him motor down just a little bit. Y'all ever talk to yourself while you're fishing by yourself? Just me? Good Lord, that's something bright. Looks like we might be coming in pretty good to the pile. I got a small fish chasing me. Got a better fish. That's a small one too. That's two little ones off this pile. A black crappie and now a white crappie. Same pile, little bitty turd. He pooped all over himself when I set the hook too. I think he got some of it on. Oh, there's a lollipop right on top, 22 foot. And lollipops are the ones I like, guys. It's the ones you see sitting right up on top of the piles, whether it's a stake bed or a stump. They're usually the biggest ones in there, and they're usually wanting to eat. That looked like a decent fish, just turned at me. I didn't get to my lollipop. Don't know where he went. There he comes. Come on. Come on. All right, get out of there. I got them there about 5 feet from the pile, and that's about as far as what I want to take them away from that pile. That's where that I decide to stop pursuing so that they'll go back to the pile. That one just keeps on chasing and won't bite. It's probably striped bass. That's one thing Kentucky Lake does have. It has a ton of striped bass. Just a ton of them. Eat a sandwich and wait on it to go down. We are now in 10 foot of water. Water temp's still 83 degrees. Oh yeah, there we go. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, put on a show, baby. Put on a show, baby. Big old black crappie. Up here dancing on top of the water. Like he wants to be on TV or something. Dancing with the stars. I'm gonna be his partner here today. Black crappie in the box. In the box, baby. Let's go. All right, did I run over it yet? Close. One thing about this clear water, you don't want to get, that's why the long rods are laying here beside me. This clear water is not a long rod's friend. I like to stay off of them. I like to keep the sun in my face if possible so that they don't know I'm here. We don't want to give them no information. We want to stay in it ninja style. That old dude's name, Joe Partenza, Crappie Ninja. Got a couple good ones in there if we can just get them to eat before that the... Oh yeah, there's a good one. There's a good one. Fish of the day right here. Come on, baby. You look good. Be good to me. Oh, he stayed on too. Big old nice white crappie. Oh, good old hook in the finger. Now I'm gonna go back here and cry. I'm gonna bleed a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back to fishing. Oh, it hurt. Stuck me right in my finger. Choo! That hurt. I'm gonna cry like a girl, and I'm fine with it. Because it hurt. I hope y'all can't hear me right now. Showing the feminine side a little bit. Turn up, baby. I don't care what you are. I just want to catch you. Oh, I yanked it out of his mouth. That was a done deal, and I messed that up. Stake bed's getting off to the right of me a little bit. I like fishing for these stake beds with them straight in front of me, because it's a whole lot easier to hit them when you're casting. As long as they're straight. When they get off the side, you're a lot less accurate, or at least I am. Oh my God, what a fish. Did y'all see it on that back screen? Oh, there was our 14-incher. There was our stud. I don't know if he's tanked, but he's definitely a stud. See if I can get his attention again. Oh my God, that was him again. What in the hell? That's him out there. I'm gonna try to stay off the stake bed this time and get out to the bigger fish before he has a chance. No, 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 don't you eat me. He done figured out my game. He done figured me out. Two good ones right there. They're still there. A couple more at 28. Panning left and right, looking inside the pile, trying to find a real good fish worth catching. These stake beds, sometimes it's really hard to do, especially when you got yellow bass chasing you. That one on the front stick is. The one there at 18 foot, that's the one I'm trying for. Trying to stay off of them other ones to not get bit. Trying to get him to turn on. Having a time getting him to come off that stump. Get out of here. That's what I figured a whole lot of that was. It's little yellow bass. But okay. Next stake bed. I feel like the color gain is turned down just a little bit. All right, what I just did there is I turned my color gain up. What that's gonna do is make the wood shine brighter and those bait fish more dull. So as I'm panning through here and I'm seeing those giant wads of bait fish, like right here at 70 feet right now, 70 and 80, That's bait fish. That's not a stake bed. That is stone cold bait fish. Oh, and here's a brighter one right there. At 70 foot right now, that's going to be bait fish surrounded piece of structure. You can see the brighter marks inside there. So that's why I could turn my color gain up so I could determine what was stake bed and what was bait fish. All right, I've located a stake bed at 90 foot out. I zoomed in a little bit. It's at 45 right now, so I'm gonna zoom my live scope down to 50 feet because that's where I like pitching at them so that I can judge the size of the fish. So I'm gonna pitch out there, drop right on top of their heads on the first one and stay right up over the top of the brush pile and see if anything wants to come up out of that stake bed to hit. If it does, awesome. If it don't, then I'll drop down just a little bit on my next cast right here and see if I can't coax one out just a little bit more. They've been wanting to run 2 or 3 feet, but that's about as far as they want to run is 2 or 3 feet. I dropped them just barely off screen there. I'm getting down, I'm direct in line with the height of the stake bed. Now I'm gonna run it across the top. You always want to go across the top first, get the aggressive ones out before you take a chance of hanging it and running all of the fish out of it. That's good fish. Where you at? Where you at? Yep, that's good. Oh no, yeah, that's a good one. It's a good old yellow bass. Good old yellow bass. Get out of here. Don't want you. All these things want to play for. Get out of my game. Get out of my way. Got slabs to catch. Slabs, I tell you, slabs. All right, I'm going back in, even with the top. Now again, I'm just gonna keep on going across that top until them fish quit coming up to eat. And when they quit coming up, I just seen one shoot up there. It was a pretty good fish. He went back to the pile. Okay, I'm inside 30 feet now, so I'm gonna choke her on down there to 40. I'm hitting my brakes on the back of the boat to back me up just a little bit. I'm repositioning just a little bit because I'm getting too close. I honestly didn't realize that stake bed was that big. It's way over here to the left of me too. Got some bait fish at the backside. I ain't got a clue where my jig's at, so I actually got up way too high. Oh, I just got hit by something. I think it was a smaller fish. Oh, there's a big one. Big one right on top of 20 foot. About gotta be 2, I would think. I hope not. Give me a 3-pounder out of Kentucky Lake. I ain't never caught no 3s out of Kentucky yet. Little bits, get out of here. I wonder if that's 2 blending in together there at 16 foot, or if it is a giant. The marks there look pretty good. I pulled it out of his mouth. I'd usually say anytime you're flipping, you're too close, but this new rod right here flips 35 foot pretty easy. There's one. That's a keeper. Yeah, that's a keeper. Oh yeah, it's definitely a keeper. Poof! Nice fish. Dang! I can get used to some of this. Yes sir, I can get used to some of this. Foot flip. Right on their heads. Oh, that one had it in his mouth. Doggone it. Pay attention to what you're doing, dummy. Oh, that one ripped out. God dang. I missed 2 fish with 1 pitch. That ain't even cool. $33 foot on the button. It's a good flip with an 1/8 ounce. I got him that time. Keep on playing. Keep on playing. Ah, he is playing. Another striper. Another striper. Everybody's worried about the carp in this lake. It's them doggone striper, man. They're the ones that are not only eating the food the crappie are eating, they're taking over their habitat. And he hurt my feelings because I thought it was a big crappie. I wonder if that's what I'm missing, is a bunch of yellow bass. Because of the way they bite, they're easy to miss. I mean, they do like the same habitat as what crappie do. Turd. Alright, I'm going to another stake bed. Go up here and mark this one, and then I'm gonna move on. Alright, I found another stake bed here. Alright, we found another one. Time to go to work. 50. Got that one. Little jumper. Little jumper. Black crappie. Little turd. Go grow up, Bubba. You still benched. You ain't in the game yet. Straight towards the sun as every other doggone one, which that's the way you need it to be. You need your shadow behind you, especially in these clear water lakes like Kentucky Lake here. Oh my God, my net is not out. What have I got? Let's see. Oh, be a crappie, baby. Oh, be a crappie, be a crappie, be a crappie. Nope. Around here. White bass. Pretty good white bass. Real good white bass. I don't catch very many white bass in here. Sounded like a first timer. Please be a crappie. I've caught 3-pound crappie at a whole lot of states. And I've caught them in Kentucky. I just ain't caught one out of Kentucky Lake. Another little black crappie. Tell you what, Kentucky Lake ain't in danger of not having a good crappie population. It might be a little aggravating to catch sometimes because of the other fish, but the other fish ain't killing them. That's for sure. I don't know what I've caught this morning. 40 fish in an hour in 53 minutes. Been catching about a fish a minute, I guess. Not all keepers. You ain't gonna see all of them because some of them small fish. Like that one. Get out of here. go away. I said that. There come 3 better fish right there at 16 foot. Kind of came out of open water. Went on in there. Talk to me. Talk to me one time, baby doll. He did. Another white bass. I mean, this one ain't a yellow bass. This is a white bass. There's a little school of white bass in there. So, they fun to catch. They ain't what we're trying to do here. You can see the bait fish on top of this pile, and you see those harder, brighter marks down inside it. The ones down inside it, right in there. That's a crappie. That's a crappie. Now the only thing left for me to do is go prove it to you. Well, made me look a little bad there, friend. Made me look a little bad there. Get off. I'll tell you what, little turds you here are flat out. But that's a white bass too. Okay. All right, next. Now let's hope these are crappie and not white bass. What do you say? Well, one way to find out, right? We dropped off into 11 foot of water, 1 foot deeper than what we'd been fishing. Seen some shoot. Got one of them. That's a crappie. I said that's a crappie. If that's a crappie, it's a big one. Oh, baby. Oh my God, my net's not out. Keep the pressure. Get him in the boat. Spot lock is here for a second. Yes, sir. Now that's a good crappie. That is an absolute tank right there. That is a picture fish. Kentucky Lake. Now, before I threw on that pile, I absolutely knew I was going to catch fish. I wasn't 100% positive what it is, and we ain't done. There's still a bunch. Let me get back on that pile right there. You can see the fish right there. They're all hanging out around the top. They're all up high. They're all ready to feed. This is your high percentage stake bed right here. Brush piles are the same way. Open water fish that are hanging higher are gonna bite. They are your high percentage fish. And those are the ones you absolutely have to stop, take some time, and go after. And the best part about it is, when that one came after me, I saw about 4 that size. Let's hope the other 4 didn't figure us out right off the bat. Y'all holding your breath with me here? He ain't gonna do it. I pulled him too far off. I pulled him too far off the pile. Got that one lollipop right there at the top at 22 foot out. Sitting right on top. Oh wow. Oh, and bait fish go down in there. It's gonna make it hard for them to pick me out in the middle of all them bait fish. Ah, striper. You know it before they ever come to the surface. I knew by the way that one shot when he bit what he was. And the only way to get that figured out is just time on the water. See all the bright sparklies right here, guys? 55 foot out. Let's get them. Oh, I shorted it. There you go. Talk smack and then drop the ball. How's that? That's the way it's supposed to go, ain't it? Talk smack and then turn this trolling motor down. We have 0 wind today. You couldn't ask for, I could not have mail ordered better weather for doing what we're doing right here, right now. Clue where they went in at. I think it was there right there on the back side of the pile. Might have missed a pile a little bit to the right. They still seen me though. They sure did. They sure seen me. Black crappie. These things are slimy. They hot. They hot. No, I don't want that on the boat. Let's get it on my shorts. Let my wife fuss. She gonna fuss because she ain't here. And I'm gonna ask her to do the laundry. Tunk. Right on the head. Right on the head. Got some pull. Had his mouth open. Not a big old black crappie. Well, not big. I mean, 10.5 inches maybe. 10.5 inches. We gotta measure them, they ain't going in a box. It's just simple as that. But I can't look at it until it's 11 inches. I ain't gonna put it in there. This one right here is definitely a good pile. Because I ain't hit the center of it yet. I keep on pitching to the right. Little dude. Little bit. Shoot, man, I ain't never seen that before. I think he missed it and that old jig bit him. Bit him, I say, bit him. Man, I'm still missing to the right. I wonder if my transducer's twisted. Too many of them real foot stumps. I bet it is. I've been bluegilling. This is the first time it's been off perspective mode in 2 months. I didn't even know if one of them had me or not. I just seen a bunch of them shoot. They all shot at the same time. I lost sight of my bait, so I just tried to set the hook. Zoom her in there a little bit so y'all can see it. It's pretty, still a real good pile. Fish on the backside, I just don't know what it is. There's one. Another just eating size, just barely a keeper. So you just barely gonna go back to grow up just a little bit. All right, let's move on. That's a couple smalls in a row. So I'm gonna pull up here, I'm gonna mark this stake bed, I'm gonna move the next. I'm pulling up and I'm getting directly over the top of this stake bed before I hit mark. I'm actually running over it just a little bit before that I mark it. because I do not have a puck up front. So it's reading off the back of the boat.
Well guys, I hope you was able to take something away from this video to make it easier for you to be able to find fish and for you to be able to put more fish and bigger fish on the hook. Till next time, we appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and we're gonna see you next week.